Alright, well, here we are. This is stealingthefuture.org. Thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking on this video, whether it's on our site, our homepage, on YouTube, via Twitter, Facebook, wherever it might be. Thank you for taking the time to view what I have to say. I cannot tell you how nervous I am. I understand it's just me looking at a webcam and posting on a website. That's the extent of it, but I am not now, nor have I ever been in front of the camera kind of guy. So, this is what you're watching right now is what we hope to be the first of many videos. The purpose strictly to raise awareness for young onset Alzheimer's disease, for the people affected by it, including the caregivers, the families, and of course, the victim themselves. The reason we named it Stealing the Future is because as you think of Alzheimer's, you think of it, stealing memories, stealing the past, taking away those, the precious memories that people have spent their lives acquiring. Then you try to shift to young onset, and it's a completely different beast. Sure, you're still getting the past taken away, and you're getting childhood memories, you're getting marriages, you're getting birth of children, all the memories people should never lose. You're still losing those. But you're also missing out on a lot. You're missing out on maybe your retirement, seeing your kids graduate high school or college, seeing your grandkids be born. So we thought it appropriate that a campaign directed towards young onset Alzheimer's awareness, address that directly. So Stealing the Future. Now you get the connection. I want to encourage you, if you haven't already, to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can find the links to all those up here, this general area. Click on it, just take a second, follow us, become a member, send us a message. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure those sites have conversations, and we answer questions, and we're throwing out facts maybe you can't find anywhere else. I want to make it a interactive experience for people that take the time and come visit us and join and want to get involved. So please take the time to do that. I guess I should probably explain what we're doing, why we're here. The Sharon Antcliff Foundation was formed just in June, beginning of June, something I've had in the back of my mind for a long time, and we finally sat down and decided to make it happen. Sharon Antcliff was my mom. She passed away December of 2004. She was 57 years old, and as you might guess, she was a victim of young onset Alzheimer's disease. I was only directly involved in her life for about 2 years, and it was the worst 2 years I could ever imagine. The worst 2 years I hope to ever have to live out. It was hell on earth to see what that disease did to my mom, who used to be, a teacher, a joke teller, a homemaker, a freaking ridiculous cook, traveler, you name it, and she'd want to be involved in it. Cross-stitching, art, all of it taken away. And of course, one of the many things that bothers me about it is, I've got 2 daughters, 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and the only time that my mom and my oldest daughter interacted was about a week and a half before my mom passed away. We have one picture of my mom in her reclining wheelchair, basically comatose, with my dad kneeling next to her and smiling, and my daughter just kind of laying in her lap. Haven't looked at it in a couple of years, probably won't for a long time. It's one of the tough parts of this version of Alzheimer's disease. We just decided that the caregivers needed help. My dad spent 4.5, 5 years as the primary caregiver to my mom. He had help. He had my wife and I, he had my aunt, he had miscellaneous family members who did what they could, where they could, but it was him for the most part. And he had to give up work hours, he had to give up, family vacations, he had to give up retirement, he had to give up a lot, and he was willing to do it, obviously, because he loved my mom so much. But, when you think of Alzheimer's, you think of somebody in their 70s or 80s, maybe already being cared for, maybe already in a nursing home or a facility, and then the Alzheimer's is just something else they deal with, and not every case, obviously, but that's traditionally what a lot of people think of. This is not the same beast. This, in my opinion, is a far more violent and, not even sure the word, it's worse to me. because you're losing so much of the future that you still have yet to live. The foundation was created to take care of the caregivers. Essentially, we know what it's like to have to be in charge of somebody's well-being 24/7. You know, you take them to the bathroom, you bathe them, you cook dinner. If you weren't already doing the bills, you're taking over the bills. If you weren't already the breadwinner, now you're the breadwinner. If you weren't already trying to explain to your kids why their parent is going through this, now you're that counselor. We know it's tough. We know there's a financial toll. We know there's an emotional toll, and that's why the foundation is here. We learned over the course of the first 4 to 5 weeks we did this that there's not a lot out there. You can't find a lot when you're looking for help with young onset. There aren't a lot of support groups. There's not a lot of foundations or charities. There's not a lot of government help. Even the Alzheimer's Association, who I love and is doing an amazing thing and an amazing work, played a very important part in our taking care of my mom. Even they've admitted to me on a couple different occasions they can't do everything that they need to do to help people dealing with young onset. You're not going to hear about it in the media. You know, maybe a short write-up in the paper or a quick 2-minute clip on your local news. It doesn't affect enough people to make it important enough to get people out there talking about it. I'm hoping then that we can be the people who talk about it and make it important to everybody else. Alzheimer's jokes. You know, one of the few clips I could find. ABC News did a piece on a man from Florida who used to own his own yacht company. At 49, he was diagnosed with young onset, lost everything. Everything. Lost his family, lost his business, lost his friends, lost his associates, all gone because they didn't want to deal with it. I posted that clip on a Facebook page. One of my friends posted on his to help out and be supportive, and within minutes there was a joke. And I don't remember the exact joke, but it was essentially, "Who are you? Who's posting this? I've forgotten you." Even as Alzheimer's jokes go, it was pretty lame, and I've heard much better over the years. But again, it was ignorance. If that had been a story about a 49-year-old man who was diagnosed with a brain tumor and lost everything because no one wanted to deal with him, would she have made a joke about going bald from chemotherapy? I don't know. I would think not, but I don't know. So that's what we're going to do. At least 2 times a week, hopefully more. I'm just going to sit in this chair and look at this camera, tell you stories, examples of what I've been through, what my family dealt with, maybe some facts I find in my research, maybe pleas for help. So I'm hoping as you sit here watching this, I haven't bored you to tears. I want you to come back. I want you to please embed this video on your blog. Send the link to our site to as many people as you can. If you know of anybody who's been affected by young onset Alzheimer's, who has been around it, been a part of it, maybe someone looking for a new cause that they want to get involved in and get their hands into, send them our way, because it's me and a few people who volunteered their time and their money to get us started, but we have a long way to go, and I would openly plead for help at this point. I don't want this to just be me and my bald head sitting here staring at this camera a couple times a week talking about what we've been through and what the disease is all about. I want to get people involved, and the more people who are involved, the easier it is for us. Future videos probably will be more informational. This was more of a here's what we're doing. There'll be stories I don't want to tell. I'm hoping there will be no tears shed, although when I think about some of these things, it's tough for me to avoid that. I guess that's about it. We're here. It starts today. It starts with this video. We need you to help us spread the message. So, like I said, embed the video, spread the link, post it on Facebook, tweet us, get people on our list. Help us get as many people as we can involved. We might not change the world overnight. We might not make $1 million this week or this month or ever, but at least I'll know that if we get people involved, more people are hearing this message, more people are becoming aware, and maybe that leads to something down the road, and that's enough for me right now. So again, thank you so much for watching this. Like I said, very nervous, but I intend to get better. Have a good Monday.